YouTube family, we back, man. Aye, triple killer hit Nottingham. What is going on, man? Let's find out, man.
For 21 months, a violent and deeply unwell man moves in and out of the system, sectioned, assessed, and released time and time again. Each decision to release becomes another missed opportunity to intervene before it is too late. In the early hours of a single day, that pattern would turn into complete horror. 3 people are fatally stabbed, their lives taken in a sudden and brutal act of violence. But the danger only escalates. This is the story of how Nottingham came under attack and the failures that led up to it. It's May 2020. 28-year-old Valdo Calocane, a student at Nottingham University, is beginning to spiral. For around a year, he has been living with paranoid schizophrenia. But now, his condition is rapidly deteriorating. He begins experiencing intense delusions, convinced he is being monitored by MI5. He's also hearing voices. The line between reality and paranoia is becoming increasingly blurred. That same month, he takes himself to hospital, fearing he is having a heart attack. But after assessment, he is discharged, physically healthy, with nothing wrong with his heart. What follows marks a turning point. Returning to his accommodation, Calocane begins smashing up the property. Police are called. He is arrested under the Mental Health Act, then released shortly after.
Why is he released? That's the thing. Like, man, are just too quick to release these man. Bro, man's telling you he's not well. He's telling you his head's gone mad. Man's released him shortly after.
On the very same day, the situation escalates. He forces entry into a neighboring flat. Inside, a woman, terrified, jumps from a first-floor window to escape, suffering serious back injuries that require surgery. Police respond and detain him once again, this time admitting him to a psychiatric unit, but within a month, he is released. Almost immediately, he stops taking his prescribed medication. His condition worsens. The behavior returns.
Dog.
He attempts to force entry into another home, unsuccessful this time, but it marks the second attempted break-in in less than a month. He is arrested again.
Okay.
By now, psychiatrists are raising serious concerns, warning that he may go on to kill someone. But despite this, he is released once more.
Oh, hell no. Wait. He admitted himself twice and told feds that he's not well, he's hearing voices. He got nicked one more time for breaking into houses. He got released. He got nicked again, got released. He got admitted into hospital and got released. And now he's doing this.
Draws further, refusing medication and avoiding mental health services. For 10 months, Valdo managed to avoid further police attention, but that didn't mean he believed they had forgotten about him. He remained convinced that MI5 were watching his every move. The idea consumed him. What began as a suspicion slowly turned into an obsession. Unable to ignore it any longer, Valdo traveled from Nottingham to London, determined to confront the source of his paranoia. He made his way to the MI5 headquarters, but his behavior there only drew the very attention he had been trying to confirm.
Hi, sir. How you doing? You well?
Okay, how you doing?
Yeah, very well. Been called here because you've been walking around trying to ring the front door bell, is that right? Just keep your hands out your pockets for a second. Lovely. It's right, just down by your side, that's fine. Yeah, you've been ringing the front door, have you?
I rang the bell.
Yeah.
Building there.
Okay, can I ask why?
Because I wanted to speak to someone, a staff member or something.
Okay, it's a bank holiday at the moment, so...
That's what they told me.
Yeah.
They told me to come some other day.
Okay.
Got any idea of yourself?
ID I have not really.
Or anything with your name or photo or anything like that?
Absolutely my name.
Perfect.
No, I haven't done that.
Let's have a look at it, just so we can do it. So you make sure you're all good. Cheers, mate.
Is there anything in particular that you're here to speak to him about, or don't you want to disclose it to me, or?
I'd rather not.
Rather not, that's completely up to you. Yeah, we just want to make sure, obviously, just keep your hands out your pockets for that.
Sorry.
It's all right, no, it's habit, isn't it? It's very easy to do, yeah. It's all right, it's only because I haven't searched you, I don't know what you got on you. It's safe for me and yourself, really.
Sure.
That's cool. But apart from that, everything okay?
Everything's just fine, yes.
Yeah, you haven't asked to speak to the police or anything like that, have
I
you?
have not.
You haven't, no? And what's your plans for the rest of the day now that you can't speak to anybody?
Go home. I'm waiting for my Uber to go home.
Oh, you just called an Uber, have you?
Yeah.
That's fine, no problems. Yeah, you just come from home to here and then you're going back home?
Yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
perfect. You been with anyone else today?
Sorry?
You been with anyone else today?
I have not.
No? So, apart from that, just enjoying the weather?
Just enjoying the weather, yes.
Perfect, perfect. Right, you been here before, have you?
I have.
No. You been to any other areas like this before?
No, this is the first time, yes.
First time? Okay, that's not good. Right, what we'll do is we'll just make sure everything's all right, and then hopefully your Uber's turned up and you can enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, I'd like that. Yeah. Thank you.
No problems. Yeah, it's only because where you've called the door a couple of times, they've called us just because they've obviously told you that it's not open today and they saw you still hanging around. Obviously, they don't know that you've called an Uber. You see, otherwise.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, no, not wanted, no classes.
Perfect.
Special checks.
Lovely.
You're waiting for an Uber, is that right?
Just here. Perfect. Right. Enjoy your day.
Likewise.
Following his visit to London, Valdo returned to Nottingham.
Wow.
By this
Like, it's just, for me, it's crazy. That little scenario right there, it's slapdash. You mean to tell me that a man can just be walking around MI5, ringing off doorbells, looking booky, and man don't get taken in for question? Or digging it, like, you know what I'm saying? Man don't dig, you know? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You can't just check if man's wanted or not. Check history, bro. Like, that's booky.
point, he had been ignoring mental health clinicians for several months. Due to his previous behavior and growing concerns about his well-being, mental health services requested assistance from the police, as he needed to be assessed again. A warrant was issued, and officers were sent to help carry out the assessment.
Just wait outside.
No, we can't do that.
Phone call, wait outside.
We can't do that. You can make the call on the ambulance, Valdo.
No one's going to any ambulance.
Valdo, listen to me though.
Listen,
Yes,
I don't have.
Valdo.
Listen, I don't have a history of
No, I know you
mistreating
don't.
women.
But the problem is...
Gentlemen, if you want to take me out, I prefer you do it.
Okay, yeah, fine, you can take you out.
Probably then.
I'm not going to.
Why not? You just said not to take me.
If you want to take me
Basically, he's saying he's not going to
out, I'm going
Damn. Bro ain't going out
I'm
without
going
a
to
fight.
report.
It's just upsetting for everyone, isn't it?
Well, we know that you. I know you had that incident with your neighbour and your old friends, didn't you? But the thing is that at the minute, legally,
talking and not enough action. I'm not going to do it because I'm not compelled to go with you.
but legally,
Whatever we want to do now.
you are
You are
compelled,
compelled.
and we'd rather not have to use physical restraint
What's going to
to do
happen?
that.
I'm going to force you out.
So people, the officers will place you into handcuffs and then move you to the edge.
Let's go.
Swinging! Touching, man!
I can't have a squash. It's okay, it's okay.
Get the taser.
Like, what do you lot think about women officers getting involved in the tussles and that car? GG's to them, man. GG's, man.
Stop it! Stand for! Get off! No! Spray it, mate! Spray it! Harder! Spray!
Spraying up his bumper.
Right now, yeah. Don't hit him! Don't hit him! Don't hit him! Stay on the bed! It's a taser! Stay where you are!
He's got a handcuff on, he's got Piper on.
Stay where
Bro,
you are!
this is...
Please move that way.
Go. On the floor now! Stay on the bed!
What's on him now?
Yes!
For one man, you know. Wait, let's just deep it. I think there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 4 for one man. That's what. Boy, that's what I'm saying about the female thing, innit?
Stay down now!
They can get hurt.
It's okay. Might get this couple of help. Stay on the bed! Listen to me, you're still connected! Stay where you are! I am trying to!
It's okay.
I'm the ambulance! Get ankles on him, go. Got it.
It's still connected. Right. You stay on the bed. Don't move, you're still connected, alright? Understand?
Got it. Do not move, put your head back!
Is he coming in for police assault then?
Yeah.
Fuck. You did good, yeah?
It's all over now, mate, alright? Understand?
There's absolutely no need for that. There's absolutely no need for that.
Relax now, yeah?
Absolutely no need.
Blessing something.
No more of that.
Well, no more of that.
No more
You're
dice.
still connected, mate.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay, stay there, you're still
Shut it up.
connected.
We need a van.
Ah,
Alright.
fucking hell.
Hang on, mate. We'll need a van here, mate.
You didn't go down.
No, I didn't, mate.
Fuck's sakes.
You didn't go down.
During the police visit, the situation escalated rapidly. Valdo became violent, head-butting and punching one officer, then swinging a pair of handcuffs at another. The attempt to assess him quickly turned into a struggle to contain him. Inside the property, officers discovered months' worth of untouched medication, confirming what clinicians had feared. He had not been taking them for a long time. Valdo was detained once again under psychiatric care and later charged with assaulting a police officer. Yet despite the severity of his mental health, the outcome followed a familiar pattern. After just over a month of being sectioned, he was released once again.
They released him again. They released him again. They released him again. What? Oh, hell no. They released him again.
Following his release from care, Valdo moved into a shared accommodation. For someone in his state of mind, it was an environment that quickly became dangerous for those around him. He begins acting strange around the premises, even trying to enter other residents' rooms without permission. Eventually, the behavior turns violent.
Hey, relax, relax, bro. Come on,
Come on, ring the police, man.
Hey, Valdo. Come on now.
Yo, ring the police, man.
Valdo, this is enough, bro. Why you keep stopping now?
Following a dispute over the cleanliness of the accommodation, Valdo lashed out at another resident, placing him in a headlock. The assault was captured on camera, and police were called. But this time, no arrest was made. Officers arrived at the scene and then left. Though Valdo wasn't arrested following the incident with his flatmate, the details were reported back to mental health services. Combined with his continued deterioration and the growing risk he posed to others, it left little room for doubt. A decision was made to section him once again, his fourth time in just 21 months.
Okay.
But, like every time before, the pattern repeated itself. His stay was brief, the intervention temporary, and this time it would be the decision they would come to regret.
So don't you think, yeah? Let me know. Don't you think everyone that has let this guy go, everyone that has set him free, don't you think that they should be in trouble too after all of this? No?
14 months had passed since Valdo's release. For 9 of those months, he had been wanted after failing to appear in court for the assault on a police officer during his arrest. But he wasn't hiding. An arrest warrant had been issued, yet for reasons no one could later fully explain, it was never executed. It was a missed opportunity, their last chance to stop what was about to happen. It was the 12th of June, 2023. Valdo had spent most of the day in London. Why he had gone there again was never fully understood, though it was likely tied to his long-standing delusions of being watched by the MI5. By 11:30 p.m., he was back in Nottingham. He stepped off the train, blending into the late-night flow of passengers before boarding a tram towards the city centre. When he arrived, he didn't stop. He wandered. For several hours he moved through the streets alone. No clear destination, no interruptions, just time. Time to decide what he was about to do. Valdo had made a decision. After walking for over 3 hours, the moment had come. He was about to launch a deadly attack. On a quiet city street, Barnaby Webber and Grace O'Malley Kumar, 2 students making their way home after a night out, walked unaware of the danger closing in. Suddenly, without warning, Valdo struck. Barnaby was viciously stabbed, collapsing instantly. Grace, courageous and determined, tried to fight him off. But Valdo showed no mercy. His attention quickly turned to her, and despite her desperate attempts to defend her friend, he repeatedly attacked them both until they were dead.
Oh no.
It's emergency. What's the emergency?
Yes, there's been a stabbing on Christian Road. There's somebody lying in the street. I think they're dead. Oh, that was awful.
And the offender was a black male?
Yeah.
And what was he wearing?
Fully in black.
Wearing all black?
Yeah, with a black bag.
With a black bag. Did you see the weapon?
Not exactly. It was a knife.
I saw someone rob someone. I don't know if they've been stabbed. The faces are not clear, but there are 2 people down there in the road. There's 1 person lying down there in the road right now. I heard them scream. I don't know if they're okay. They're lying down on the road right now, yeah?
Was there another person that's gone away?
That person was wearing a hoodie and he was, that's it. He was wearing hoodie. I couldn't see anything much.
You say you've got some CCTV on it?
I actually filmed the video on my phone. I'm looking at it from my window right now, so I'm afraid to go out there alone right now.
Emergency services rushed to the scene within minutes, but there was nothing they could do. Barnaby Webber had died where he fell. Grace O'Malley Kumar, despite her injuries, had managed to run to a nearby house, desperately seeking help. She reached the doorstep, but collapsed before she could be saved, dying moments later. A major manhunt was immediately launched, but Valdo was already gone. He left as if nothing had happened, calm, composed, walking away from the chaos he had just created. There was no panic, no urgency, because he wasn't finished. For nearly an hour he wandered the streets again, searching. Then, spotting an open hostel window, he made his move. He attempted to climb inside, but this time something went wrong. Someone was in the room. They reacted instantly, forcing him back out through the window, an action that likely saved not just themselves, but others inside. Minutes later, Valdo found another target. A man sat in a van, preparing for the day ahead. His name was Ian Coates, a school caretaker on his way to work. As Ian stepped out of the vehicle, he had no chance to react. Valdo attacked without warning, fatally stabbing him.
What?
Valdo had just claimed his third victim. Without pause, he stole Ian's van and immediately turned it into a weapon.
What?
Back on the streets, he hunted again. Driving toward the city center, he plowed the vehicle into anyone in his path. In total, 3 people were struck, each suffering significant injuries. Chaos spread quickly. He then veered out of the center, emergency lines lighting up with reports of a man mowing down pedestrians with a van. Police connected the dots instantly. It had to be their suspect. Armed units were mobilized, sirens blaring as they tracked the van. Less than 10 minutes later, it was spotted.
Don't move.
Yes, yes. Fenting Road, junction of Maple Street.
Right, you're under arrest on suspicion of murder.
The rampage was finally over. But for many, the nightmare was only just beginning. Families would soon be woken by the worst kind of news, the kind that changes everything in an instant. Lives had been taken. Others would never be the same again. Valdo, now in cuffs, had been stopped, but not before leaving a trail of devastation behind him. Yet even then, the danger hadn't fully passed. Because once inside custody, Valdo still had one more disturbing act to carry out.
Are you okay?
In court, Valdo Calocane initially denied all counts of murder. However, following further proceedings, he pleaded guilty to manslaughter on the grounds of diminished responsibility. A mental health assessment diagnosed him with paranoid schizophrenia. And
Listen, at this point, fuck mental health. At this point, fuck mental health. You go in prison and you go with the big boys and you ain't coming out. Fuck it.
Court accepted that his mental illness had substantially impaired his responsibility at the time of the attacks.
Valdo Calocane, I will say at the outset that the sentence I'm about to pass on you will result in you being detained in a high security hospital, very probably for the rest of your life. I will now tell you why. In the early hours of 13th June last year, you committed a series of atrocities in this city, which ended the lives of 3 innocent people. You went on to attack 3 more, fully intending but failing to kill them too. Your sickening crimes both shocked the nation and wrecked the lives of your surviving victims and the families of them all. Over the last 2 days in court, the harrowing details of what you did have been fully recounted and explored by the advocates and the expert witnesses. At 4 o'clock in the morning of 13th June last year, Barnaby Webber and Grace O'Malley Kumar, both just 19 years of age, were walking back to their student accommodation after a night out in the city centre. They were almost home when you attacked them. What followed was truly shocking. You first pulled out a dagger from the bag you were carrying and set about Barnaby in a frenzied and relentless stabbing attack. With astonishing bravery, Grace tried to save him by pushing you away. She sacrificed her life in the attempt, as you then dealt with her in the same brutal fashion before turning back to Barnaby to resume your attack on him. The injuries which you inflicted upon them were both unsurvivable. Shortly after, however, you attacked Ian Coates, a school caretaker who was in his van on his way to work. You stabbed him to death with the same merciless ferocity with which you had earlier attacked Barnaby and Grace. You left the scene, driving his van on the lookout for yet further victims. None of your victims was known to you, and but for the control or pressure exercised by the voices inside your head, you'd no reason to harm any of them. You have no previous convictions, although you were certainly laying the foundations for accumulating a criminal record by your past conduct. There's no evidence to suggest you were liable to be violent prior to the onset of your condition. You have no relevant religious, ideological or political affiliations. You believed at the time of your offences that the voices were controlling you and had the power to harm your family if you failed to comply with their orders. And notwithstanding the treatment you've since received at Ashworth, you still labour under the strong impression that the voices are real, and you still believe that you do not suffer from any mental disorder whatsoever.
I put him in jail.
You have a history of failing to take the drugs prescribed for you.
So then put him in jail.
But this arises not from the exercise of a rational choice, but from your confidence that the voices were directing you not to take them. I'm entirely satisfied on the evidence in the particular circumstances of this case, and for the reasons I have given. The proper sentence is a hospital order subject to a Section 41 restriction order. You will now stand for sentence to be passed. Having heard the medical evidence which has been given in court by Professor Blackwood, Dr. McSweeney and Dr. Mervis, and having read the reports prepared by them for the court, together with those from Dr. Shavelufa and Dr. Latham, all of whom are approved by the Secretary of State under Section 12.2 of the Mental Health Act 1983, I am satisfied that you are suffering from a mental disorder, namely paranoid schizophrenia. This disorder is of a nature which makes it appropriate for you to be detained in a hospital for medical treatment, and appropriate medical treatment is available for you at Ashworth Secure Hospital. I am of the opinion that because of all the circumstances of your case, including the nature of the offences to which you pleaded guilty and the history of mental illness, and having considered all the other available ways in which I might deal with you, the most suitable method of dealing with your case is by making an order under Section 37 of the Mental Health Act 1983. I therefore make an order under all 6 counts of the indictment that you will be readmitted to and detained at Ashworth High Security Hospital. I've also considered whether this order should be subject to special restrictions which are specified in Section 41 of the Act. In the light of the medical evidence which I have identified, I am satisfied that because of the nature of your offence and also having regard to your past, including your history of mental illness, and to the risk that you will commit further offences if you're not detained, it's necessary to protect the public from serious harm, and it is not possible to say for how long that will be so. Accordingly, I order that you will be subject to the special restrictions set out in Section 41 of the Mental Health Act 1983. You may take him down.
Let me know though. Let me know what you think though. Let me know if hospitalizing him was the good, you know what I'm saying, or jail. You know what I'm saying? But if you got this far, I appreciate you being here, and we'll be back on the next one.